this video, I'm going to show you how to download and install Mendely. That's the reference management software that we use for our research or project works. Okay, so first of all, make sure you have your internet connection. Then open up your browser. So I'm going to open up Google Chrome here. Now in the search bar, just search for Mendely and press enter. From the search results, just click on the first link that appears, and that is www.mendeley.com. You click on that. Once the website loads, at the top right corner, you can see that we have download, right? Go and click on download. It's going to bring you to the download page where you can download it for your desktop. Okay, so it's automatically selected on Windows. If you are on Mac or Apple, you can click here to download it for your Apple operating system or Mac OS. If you are also on Linux, you can download it for Linux. But I'm on Windows, so I'm just gonna download it for Windows. So I'll click download now for Windows. This is going to start the download. Now, I already have it downloaded, so I'm not gonna wait for it to download all the way through, so I'm just gonna cancel that. Once it finishes downloading, you open up the file. Mine is located in the downloads folder, so I'm just gonna go open it up. So just double click on it. Once you double click on it, it'll ask you to download for either to install for either the current user or for any other user of the computer. So I'm just gonna leave it on the default. So click on install. Once you click on install, you wait for it. It'll take a few seconds depending on your computer speed. So once it's done, you leave it on the check mark to run it automatically. So you click on finish. Okay. So once you click on finish, it's going to start the application and it's going to load it. So the load time mostly depends on your internet speed, so just give it a time, it is still loading. Okay, so after that, just enter your email address. You are going to need this email address because Mendely stores most of your data in the cloud, so it comes in handy when you're going to be using the other plugins like the web plugin, and then mostly the web plugin because it helps synchronize the information that you grab with the web plugin. So you're going to need an LCV account, and it's actually free, so you don't need to pay or do anything. Just enter your email address. You enter your email address, then you click on continue. Now, if you already have an account, what is going to happen is it's not going to show up the sign. It's not going to show the sign up menu. So I'm just going to go through and sign up with you, like as a new user, because this my email address is not registered with them. So you enter your name, enter your family name if you want, then you enter a password. So they'll create your password. That's fair enough. You can click to stay logged in, which is not recommended for shared devices, but I'm not sharing, so I'm just going to leave it that way. After that, you click on register. Okay. So we're going to get a welcome, and it's going to try to log in after the sign up. Okay, so let's give it a few seconds. And there you go. So we have successfully installed Mendely. Now, I'm just going to give you a quick overview of the interface. Okay, so here we have add new, which we're using to add new, to manually add new references to our software. Now it's automatically selected on all references right now. and the UI or the interface is empty because we don't have any references input yet. Okay, once you start importing, you are going to have the recently added Mendely references here. So if you click on recent added, you're going to see all of it. So the recently read, we'll come to that later on. Most of the time when you import a reference, it's demarcates whether it has been read or not. That's whether you've opened it or not. Then we have favorites, where you can actually mark your reference as your favorite or not. So if you import a reference that you want to mark as favorite, we will go through all of that later on. Your publications, that is your own publications. Your unsorted references. If you have any duplicates, it's going to show up here. Then we have the trash, which holds the references that you've recently deleted. Right? We have collections and groups, which we'll use later on. The collections is actually a pretty good way to keep your work organized in Mendely. Okay. If you want to search for any of the references, you use the search box here. You see that because I'm currently in trash, the search is giving me a search in trash because I've selected trash here. So I'm just going to go back to all references, and you can search for all of your references. Now, once you've installed this, I'm just going to continue with the installation of the web toolkit or the web importer, and it's actually pretty easy. All you have to do is click on what install Mendely web importer. Okay, it will open up your default web browser, and here my default web browser is not Chrome, it's Edge. So I'm just going to copy the link and open it in my Chrome so that I'll install in the Chrome for us to follow. So let's do that. Okay. So this is the interface you are going to see when you are opening it up for the first time. I can see that because I had it installed already too, the UI is still the same thing. So basically you click on Get Web Importer for Chrome. Okay, so click. So the web importer is more or less like an extension, like it's a browser extension that helps you to import and pull data to your Mendely software. So it helps make your work a lot faster, so that you don't have to be moving in and out of the software during your research work. Okay, so it's actually very useful. When we start looking into how we can add references into our application, you will see how that works. Okay, so you just go ahead and click Add to Chrome. It will ask you, so you go ahead and add it to Chrome. Let's see. So you can see that they are giving you an overview of it. You can read more about it on your site. Anyway, it's taking a bit of time to install on my Chrome. Let me give it a bit of seconds to see if it doesn't install. So it's about 2 megabytes. It's just going to download the extension, and once it's downloaded, it will install it automatically. So once it's installed, if you go to extensions, you can see that the web importer is there. So I'm just going to pin it to my address bar here so that we can utilize it a lot easily. So basically that's how we install the web plugin for Mendely. They also have another tool that we can install for easy citation in Microsoft Word. So it'll come in handy. So I think it's good you install that too, so that the web tool actually is it helps you to manage your references inside of Microsoft Word directly. So I'll show you how that works later on. So for now, I'm just gonna show you how to use the reference manager to add references. Okay, so first let's open up our Google Scholar. So I'm just gonna go to So once you open up your Google Scholar, just search for any article that you want to add the reference to. Okay, so let's say I want to, let's look up for teenage pregnancy. Okay, all right. So just pick any article. I'm just gonna pick an article here. Okay. My internet is a bit slow, so sorry about that. Anyway, all right. Okay, so once the article loads up, let's accept the cookies. And you can see that we have what? Teenage pregnancy. Who suffers? That's the article. So it automatically grabs the information of the article. Sometimes we call that like metadata. So it grabs the information that you need, and simply by selecting the check mark here, if you just click add to Mendely, it'll add it to the software. Which means that if I open up my Mendely software again, you should see the information, that is the article that we recently visited. So you can see that the title is what? Teenage pregnancy, who suffers? Okay, so that's the basics of using the web importer. It's very easy to add articles to it. Okay, so that's one way of adding a reference to our reference manager, that's Mendely. Okay, now another way we could do, or we could add a reference to our reference software is by adding a new. So you click on add a new, and you have the option to actually import files. So you could import a PDF, and most of these PDFs or books or articles that have been published online have metadata, and this metadata is what the reference managers use to grab the information of the authors and the article and everything, or whatever book that you are importing. Okay, so you can simply click on import from a file. I'm going to try to import from let me see, seems I have some documents here. Okay, so a study guide. So let's see. Wow, the file is huge. I should have looked for a less huge file, but oh well. Anyway, whilst that's going on, let me look for a less, like a very small size file. File is way too big. It's going to take a lot of time. So cultural variations. Let me import cultural variations. Okay. So cultural variations have been imported. So look at something. You see that this PDF doesn't actually have the metadata that I was talking about. So because of that, the title is there. It doesn't really grab the proper information that we need. Okay. So I'm not going to use that. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just gonna close that, and this will be a good opportunity to show you how you can easily just delete a reference. Okay, so the one I selected, just press delete on your keyboard and it will delete it. And just like that, I actually deleted the one that was recently imported. Anyway, I'm going to try to get a file from my computer that is not that huge. International Journal of Economics. All right. So let's look at this one. So it has been imported. You can see the authors, right? ping-pong S by V or whatever the name is. You see the year, which is like 2016, then the title. So if you click on it, you can get more information on the article just by importing the PDF. So this was about environmental sanitation in Ghana. You can see the author's name, the year, that is 2016. So you can add tags. The tags helps you to filter the, when you are doing filtering, when you are going to search by articles, when you use the software, it will come to a point that you have a lot of references in your application. So if you have them well organized and you have tags for certain articles, you can just add a tag. Let's say tag 1, and when you are searching or when you are filtering the references, you can filter by tag or search by the tag, and an article with the tag that you entered would be shown to you. Okay, so the URLs, so every detail, like all the details that we need, has been imported through the PDF. Okay, so that's another way of importing or adding reference to your Mendely software. Okay, so another one is through what do we call it? By importing from a library. Okay, so we have bibliotext. Bibliotext is also another reference manager. We have EndNote. EndNote is also a reference manager. So then we have RIS. So you can just import RIS files, bibliotext files, and files that are exported from EndNote. Okay, so just like the other reference managers, if you want to export your references, you can actually do that. So just select all of it, and when you select all of it, you export it. So when you export it, you can export it in the RIS format, the EndNote format, or even XML. Anyway, so now we have seen how we can add reference to application using the web importer, right? All right, so how about if you want to do citations, right? So there are situations where you want to cite a particular author, okay? But then maybe you don't have the web importer installed, okay? So just like I showed you, you can actually just click here. It will download in the form of BibTeX. Download here in EndNote, and you can import it into your reference manager into work, okay? So now that we are done with that, if I open up one of my references here, okay? So general notes, if you want to add notes about the reference, you can do that. If I click on star, okay, it will be added to my favorites here. So if I now go to favorite, you see that ping-pong is there. Okay, so I'm going to pause here and then end the video. I'll make a new video on how we can actually make use of the references that we are adding in our Mendely inside of Microsoft Word. So in the next video, we are going to be discussing that. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and have a nice day.